Believe it or not, there are crypto coins out there, very popular ones, that are literally the same price they were back in 2017. 3 crypto cycles and the price has not moved, and a lot of people are still invested in these coins. In this video, I'm going to show you some of the worst crypto investments of 2024. And you're probably wondering, Sajad, why would you show me that? I want to see the 100x, I want to see the 50x. It's because many of you are in these coins. These coins have massive volume and big market caps, and they're going to do literally nothing. And you're really going to miss out on some massive gains in this bull cycle. So I've separated them in 3 ways. We're going to call them 0.5x, 1x, and 2x coins. Again, you might be wondering, well, 2x is not bad, is it? Well, in an entire bull run where other things have gone up 10x or more, 2x is not good at all. I regard that as a massive failure. 1x is even worse. Basically, what that means is the price is exactly the same at the end of the cycle. And the one that you really, really don't want to go near is 0.5x. That means you actually lost money in a bull market cycle. I know it sounds absolutely crazy, but it does happen. So let's run through them. The first one I have here is Cardano. And this one, I like the setup when I saw this impulsive move back in October. But the price action since then has been really, really poor. And overall, since way back in early 2022, it's got a very, very strong downtrend, established downtrend. So basically, with coins like this, what will happen? One thing you have to understand with crypto is Bitcoin, when it goes up, so let's say this year, later this year, it goes up and it goes over 100K. For argument's sake, we're not going to get into price predictions here, but let's say, for argument's sake, greater than 100K. This will carry up the entire basket of cryptocurrencies. All coins in general will, especially the larger market cap ones, will go up to a certain extent. And you have to understand that. So you might think the coin you're in is going up and it's a good thing, but really it isn't. If Bitcoin is outperforming it, then you've not chosen your altcoins wisely. So you have to really look at your trading strategy there. So if Bitcoin goes over 100, I expect Cardano and a few other very average ones to go up a little bit. So we might, from these highs, we may get a 2x and we might get to that dollar mark. But that's it. I don't really see it doing very much. And what am I basing that on? Entirely technical analysis. I'm basing it entirely on the charts, where the charts for some of these coins look horrendous. Let me show you another one. XRP. This is one of the worst charts I've seen in crypto. Like, this setup here is nothing. And I see other people, a lot of them kind of proficient Elliott wave, believe this is some sort of impulsive move from here. Just with the naked eye, looking at that, that is not how markets go up. So if you actually look at where the price was all the way back in 2017, where we were getting to highs of 37, where are we now? We're literally at 49. We're nearly the exact same price as 7 years ago. 7 years ago, and this is where XRP is. And it's still one of the largest market cap coins. And still people go crazy about this coin on YouTube. Like, how much profit do you want to miss out on 3 or maybe even 4 bull market cycles? Madness. Like, play the probabilities. This is my 1x coin here. Like, this is either going to stay the same price or go a little bit higher, a little bit lower, but it looks horrendous. Again, if Bitcoin goes up really, really high, it will carry all of this rubbish up with it, and XRP is included in that. It's not a good setup technically at all. The best thing that could happen to XRP is it dump, reset, and then somehow start a brand new impulsive move from very, very low place. From here, if it moves up, which it can do, it's almost certainly corrective because of this structure here. And corrective basically means it's not going to go up very far at all, unfortunately. Another one, very popular back in 2017, 2018, this is Bitcoin Cash. It went all the way up to 4,300. I still hear people talking about it. Why are they talking about this? 7 years later, it's managed to do absolutely nothing in the 2021 run. It just got carried up with everything else, as you can see, and then it's died off. And then since it's died off, it tried a little move here in June where it spiked up significantly all the way from 100. So that was like a 2x or more. And it's done nothing since. And I don't see it doing anything either. So this is another one which 1x, but borderline 0.5x. This is literally one from these levels where you could actually lose money even if everything else goes up. It's that bad in terms of structure here, unfortunately. Next, Sandbox and other metaverse coins. Everybody's running around with Vision Pro goggles from Apple. They're running around on the streets with these, raving about them. Everybody's getting into VR headsets, and these metaverse coins don't want to move even an inch. Crazy. Like, this is one of the worst setups I've seen in terms of technical. When you see everything go up in October like we did, and some of the stuff go up so far, even one or two of the older coins, because obviously their fundamentals must be a lot better, people are using those chains, etc. And then you see these ones do absolutely nothing, you should be very, very worried. We're at 40 cents here. There's like, I can't see any way this chart gets better apart from just getting dragged up because everything else is dragging up a little bit. Best case scenario. So this, unfortunately, is a 1x. Again, it might be a borderline 0.5x if people just literally move on because they just get fed up of these other coins doing nothing. Decentraland, Mana, same box, is literally sand, identical setup, identical chart. So it's going to do the same thing that sand does, which is nothing. Absolutely nothing. None of this is 100% guaranteed, of course. Do your own research, not financial advice, etc. But looking at the setup, yeah, it's very, very unlikely. Now, when you're trading like something like meme coins and the liquidity is extremely low and somebody suddenly splashes 10K on that meme coin because they feel like it, you get massive moves. But with these altcoins, that's not going to happen. There's too many holders, there's too much liquidity. Nothing's really going to move the market when it comes to this area. And it's really, really underperforming now as a niche, which is worrying given the niche in the general press is somewhat popular. People are talking about tokenizing things all over the world. And like I said, VR's very much trending, AI is trending at the moment, but these are doing nothing. Next one, very, very popular online, especially on Twitter, Matic. People love Matic. No idea why. The chart looks horrible. Again, the problem is this move from June all the way up to February looks unbelievably corrective. Like, it's almost certain, like, again, you can't say 100%, but it's almost certain this corrective. What that means is this is not going to turn into some impulsive massive move up. It's chopping up, chopping back down, and now it's chopped up again. And now what's even worse is if this really struggles now with everything else pumping, this could easily break back down. Or if we have a general dip in the crypto markets, because nothing's certain in 2024, this will definitely be one of the casualties. The only good thing about these coins that are doing nothing is when there's a massive dump, you get the ones that have gone up 3x or 5x, they tend to get the 20% corrections. These ones never get 20% corrections because they never went anywhere in the first place to correct. So XRP, you never see it down more than like 1 or 2%, even when everything else is dumping, because it's already so low and it hasn't moved basically. So don't think that means it's better than some of the other coins or protected in any way. It's not. This is not a good chart at all. And this is again in my basket of 0.5x to 1x. I don't even know why I have these on my watch list anymore. It's probably just so I can show all of you how bad some of these are. And again, a reminder, why am I telling you about this? I'm telling you about this because if you've got, especially a small investment, let's say you've got 500 or 1,000 to put into cryptocurrency, if you stick it in here and it does nothing in 6 months, where Solana has gone from $100 to 700, you are going to cry yourself to sleep every night, because you could have turned that 500 into a lot more money, where here is literally either going to be worth 500, 550, or worse, is going to have dropped to 300. Don't want that. So avoid some of these old coins that everybody keeps pumping and talking about, because like I said, the chart is horrendously bad. I'm going to add a couple of AI ones, which I have been previously bullish on because of this move we saw from the January lows, but now recently, not particularly. Find the move here for the graph very, very weak. The move we saw in November pushing up almost like a double top here, and this all giving me kind of corrective vibes now. Like if it doesn't soon start attacking these highs and then really push on then it's very likely that this is just all another correction, and we're just going to fizzle out in between this range here. Maybe go up a little bit and then just stay within the range. And that's the problem with these coins that are not very good. That's what's going to happen. They just range all the time, months and months and months of ranging, doing nothing. I don't want to get stuck in that at all. So be very, very careful. So the graph is another one. Again, it might have a little bit more upside than some of the other ones I've discussed today, but it's not worth it relative to something like Solana, Avalanche, SEI, SUI, some of these coins, Injective, stuff like that. They're going to do immensely more than some of these. They have brand new technology, brand new user base. They're very niche. They're very exciting. They're relatively low market cap, and they've had impulsive moves so far. When you get an impulsive move start, it very likely will continue. It almost has to. It's just a question of when. FET's another one where, in theory, if we're saying that this is a 1-2 move and then this is a 3, then it doesn't work. So this impulsive move doesn't work. If it's a 1-2-1-2, that would assume that this is going to like $10 next week. Well, not next week, but maybe in the next 6 months. That's what the chart is kind of setting up as if it were bullish. But that's just it's not going to happen. It's just retracing too much now for that to make any sense. So what's the alternative? Well, it was all just corrective, and then we're just going to range, and maybe we'll get to $1, maybe we'll push back to 50 cents and do nothing. Not interested in that at all. And again, let me just show you a comparison so we're clear. Solana is an older coin now as well. It's had its massive run last time, but look at the chart. I mean, just if you're brand new to charting, just take a look, just glance at it. What has it done? I've shown you all these charts that are doing all this nonsense, and then suddenly you see this chart with fresh impulsive moves, fresh massive moves upwards, many multiples upwards. This has to continue. We don't know when the correction is going to be over. Maybe over already, maybe over next week. We don't know for 100% sure. But what we do know is when you're moving like this impulsively, very likely you get breakout to the upside, and it tends to be very strong breakouts. This has got a very good chance of attacking all-time highs at some point this year, just based on the chart alone. This chart is very, very bullish in terms of setup. Not guaranteed, but that's how the chart is looking. Be careful with some of the other coins as well that you hear about on YouTube and other places. I understand why people, might be bullish on some of these because of various fundamental reasons, but the charts don't look good at all. This is another one, Chili's, I was hearing a lot on YouTube. The chart doesn't look good. Like, this is not impulsive. I'm just showing you the Solana one. Does this look anything like the Solana one off the lows with nice impulsive moves, correction, and then massive the wave 3 pushes? Doesn't. It's all overlapping. Don't want to see that. Again, it might grind up a little bit, but equally it may go down quite a lot. Doesn't look good. And then if you look in terms of past history, where it was before, it's miles below where it got to before, and it's making a very, very feeble attempt to try and get back popular again. .USD, so Polkadot. This is one I liked briefly in December because I was seeing a little bit of possibly impulsive price action and a little bit of movement. But November was the low here, the significant low. So it's a little bit later in that recent cycle we just had, that short bullish cycle, the first wave, you might want to call it. But from here, 3.77 going to 898, so kind of a 2x. So nothing amazing there, and it's kind of struggled since. And then if you look left and you look at the price action there, it's still not even above the important structure highs we saw here in August 2022. Now, if you see stuff that's still below some of its highs in August, September, June 2022, like a lot of the ones are, which I've shown you, that's not a good sign. Like, they should be miles above that already if they're going to do a really good run here, because to do a good run, they need to be challenging their all-time highs. This, again, if you zoom out here and you look at all-time highs, and again, if you just show this to a little child and you ask them to guess what the price is going to do from 54, we're down here at 7, what's their guess going to be? The guess going to be it's not going to do very well. If they know any technical analysis, they will say that, well, this is all looking very, very corrective and sideways in terms of price action. Yes, we might be just accumulating forever and then suddenly it's going to jump and start trending, but it's very unlikely. The probability is against this chart right now. So that's another one. And there's plenty more like this, but I hope some of these tips help you in just looking at charts. Just go on a daily, zoom out, and just see, is stuff looking like how Polkadot was looking back in 2020. Look at the price action. Has it at least done this little bit here and then stopped there? Has it at least gone from, where was it here, 3 to 17 and it's taken a pause? No, it's not done anything like that. So why would it keep pushing up impulsively? There's no reason for it to do so. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section below. Thanks for listening.